WPA, prepare to have your ears tortured. It's From the Front Row with Johnathan T. Rokford.
No, there's no way in the world that would ever happen. What flavor is this? Purple. Yes, purple is a flavor. It's purple, red, and then that whatever that one I don't drink. Whatever, Flip. You don't know. You don't even know. What's up, folks? It's me, Johnathan T. Rokford, here with another edition of From the Front Row. And just to recap the game changer, James Altrez seems to be on a mission to take on people with titles. Now, he started off with Johnathan, who is a former world champ in his own right, but then he went after Johnny Rocco, something nobody has done in a while. Like, no, Flip, when was the last time you heard somebody actually call Johnny Rocco out for the game change title? And I swear, if tag team turmoil hadn't been going on, I think Johnny Rocco would have put a little bit more effort into it and just stop that little tour of James Altrez right there. But Johnny Rocco had a different mission. Game changer wasn't in it. He preserved himself to fight another day. Thus, James Altrez was victorious. Now, after Johnny Rocco, he went after Mac Blakely and thoroughly defeated him. I mean, he whooped his ass. He whooped his ass, something serious. Yes, that's Stitch. Shut up. Stitch is life. But, folks, we had the road to the Elite Eight in game changer and tag team turmoil action. No, there's nothing in there. Just tired, Flip. So let's get into it, folks. Now, of course, on commentary, we had Lady Assassin and the Super Champion King out there rocking on the table. They were actually better than last week's commentary. I don't think our regular commentators are liking WPA using people who aren't in matches for commentary. But they gotta earn their money, folks. I mean, we did just fine without commentary normal anyway before. Now, our first match saw the First Lady Alexa Leslie coming off a tough loss to Johnny Rocco, taking on Lycan Umbris, the #1 contender to the world title. Now, like I said, the First Lady has not been having a good couple weeks. First, she loses her bid to be the first ever woman to hold the world title. And then she gets pinned by her man in tag team turmoil, knocking her out of tag team turmoil. Now, of course, like as you heard the rest of the story, it was due to Bobby Blaze hitting his finisher on her while JP DiMaggio was turned around trying to get Big Mel to bring his ass back to the ring. And yeah, he was trying to protect her. And of course, our refs, when they see somebody on top of somebody, well, 1, 2, 3. End the match. Now, of course, there's no beef between the First Lady and JP DiMaggio. It's competition. Business is business. She watched the replay back. She understood what happened. So I don't know where stories about that. I mean, all I said was he tender and he looked like he was enjoying it. I mean, it is his woman. I mean, he was laying on top of your woman. Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you enjoy it? I know I would. I bet she puts that rose garden on him at home. Now, our next match, after Lycan Umbris defeated the First Lady, the next match we had was Money MF and Mike taking on David Smith. And he's been acting kind of weird lately. Yeah. I don't know what's up with him. You know, maybe he needs to go. Maybe being a Canadian yuppie is starting to affect his brain more than the Beast Risers that he drinks. But he put a beast lock on Money MF and Mike. You know, at this stage, I think he's just taking all wrestling moves and just putting the word beast in front of it. Yeah. Well, it was a Kimura lock, nevertheless. But he made Money MF and Mike tap to the beast lock. This is what we're gonna call it now. You know, Canadians always copying off. Now, and Fat Thomas is back on his grind as he took on the South Bronx Savage and lost. Folks, I've never seen somebody be so happy to lose a match. I mean, he had probably a bigger smile on his face than if he saw a buffet table sitting in front of him. Kind of weird. Now, next match was Shepard Bain versus Casper 2779, who, although he got knocked out of tag team turmoil, he didn't get pinned. Kind of disappointed. I was actually kind of hoping they would go a little bit further, but he did pick up a win against Shepard Bain. Congratulations. The It couple was in action, in singles action, as well as the Blueprint Jackson Aries took on Wolf Knight and defeated him, picking up a win, and then stayed ringside for his Lady Bears match against Polish Power, which she did win. But look at that. The It couple doing winning things for a change instead of losing. Now, the Ronin, after having a very successful first match back, has been suffering losses lately. And she suffered another one to the Street Fight King as he defeated her. And I don't know. She'll be back. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. You know, she get her feet wet, get a couple matches under her belt. She'll be back in no time. No, you can't have none. God, so greedy. Now, the next match was supposed to be Quanty Fist versus the Brasso, but Quanty Fist was nowhere to be found, and the Brasso demanded the ref start counting. And of course, the ref did. So, Brasso was awarded the win via referee countage. Count out? Countage? Cottage? I could go for some. You like cottage cheese? I don't think I've ever had it. Blue cheese? Yeah, I've had blue cheese. My wings. Hey, we should get some wings later this week. You want to get some wings? Yeah, let's get some wings. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, the matches. Now, in our next match, it was JP DiMaggio going against Crusher LB. And, you know, like I said, say what you want about JP DiMaggio. When he's on, folks. And he was able to pick up the win as only he can, defeating Crusher LB. Now, his partner was not as lucky as he took on one half of the tag team champs, Money. And it was Bobby Blaze who suffered the loss. So, hopefully he got all his mistakes and out of his system before they team up again. Because, yeah. So some of the teams from Tag Team Turmoil, gosh, you got to buy this week. Lucky bastards. But will that buy bite them in the ass? If you'll recall, last week I said, do not count on those that had a bye having a good match against those who had just came out of a tag team match. Why? Because you're going to, other than the Master Sean Puff and Badass Eddie Vendetti, none of these people team up together. They don't know each other. But the ones that have already been in a tag team turmoil match, they've kind of figured their partners out. So, now of course, the ones that are in the bye this week, they probably will do a little bit better. May dominate their matches. I don't know. We'll see. But it was tag team turmoil, folks, in the Master Sean Puff and the Badass Eddie Vendetti was taking on Captain Mexico and the Emperor 2K and Nominalium. And I know what you're thinking, folks. You're thinking, oh, well, I'm pretty sure the Emperor got pinned. No, folks. No. Actually, Captain Mexico got pinned by the Master Sean Puff. And Flip, he tried to be slick. Yeah, he was like, I'm all your daddies. He put it in all caps. And then he must have realized what he did and tried to fix it. Like, oh, I wasn't talking about the order. Bitch, please. He said what he said. He meant them to. He did. So, the Master Sean Puff was able to pin Captain Mexico, pick up the win to help his team move on. Now, this week, he won't have the help of the Badass Eddie Vendetti. And he will be going up against the It Couple in a triple threat title match. And who will come out of that match, folks? The champion. I mean, if he wants to get to an IC title, all he's got to do is win that sucker 4 times. Win 4 matches. 4 successful title defenses. And he's only 3 away. So this will be number 2. Now, our next match was Martel the Carpenter and the Darkstalker taking on Cats and Corey and the pinnacle of humanity, Adrian Christopher. Where did they come up with these long ass names? God damn. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, the pinnacle put on a show. But it wasn't enough as Martel. Say what? Say what? Say what? Pinned Cats and Corey. I know. I almost dropped my popcorn when that happened. You think Johnny Rocco will go into shock again? That's that team. If you don't know their history, they have a pretty good rivalry. They beat each other. This is a back and forth. But hey, nevertheless, they're doing okay as a team right now. I mean, granted, Martel's the one kind of carrying the load, it seems, but no, but this time it was kind of equal. It was kind of equal. It was kind of equal heading. I think Darkstalker just let Martel get the pin. The next match was Matt Blakely and the Messiah, who have been on fire and look to be poised to make it to the finals. Going up against the Lunatic, Aqua Regia, and the Idol Steve Sampson. And I don't know, with some confusion between the Lunatic and the Idol. They went to go double team somebody and hit each other. Nevertheless, the Messiah was able to pick up the pin. Now, after the match, The lunatic. Oh, that was vicious. Yeah, she's lost her mind. The lunatic, folks, attacked her partner. Yeah, she grabbed a chair, and when the spotlight was in her, and she attacked him. Yeah, dude, I swear I've never seen hits that hard. Like, hold on. Like, did you watch that thing? It was crazy.
Like this, unfortunately, I don't get.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, she whipped his ass in the middle of that ring. I don't know if she was hitting him because he lost or he got pinned, or she just felt like it. Like she had no reason to be nice anymore. It's just crazy. So I'm gonna give people a fair warning. If you're teaming with the lunatic, or hell, if you're in a fucking match with her, it's almost like she's going that Johnny Rocco route. Remember back in the day when Johnny Rocco didn't care who was in the match? Like he didn't care if he won or not. Yeah, she attacked him and then had the nerve to. Everybody else was like, "Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay." She walked up the ramp with freaking Dirty Dre and the Messiah and Mac Blakely. It was weird. Probably one of the weirdest things I've. No, I can't say that. Yeah, we can't say that now. It's probably not the weirdest thing we've seen in WPA, but it was definitely up there. It was on those levels, folks. I'm getting a message from somebody. Let me see. Oh, Turtle wants to go get wings too. He's that weird sauce. If he goes, you know Melvin's gonna go, right? Are you ready for that? You ready? Sure. Okay. Now, our next match was Red Death and Donnie Boy versus Johnny Rocco and Dirty Dre, and I swear that was match of the night, folks. I don't care what you say. Red Death and Donnie Boy were poised for victory. And I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, Johnny Rocco slapped Dirty Dre and asked him, "Do you want this or not?" And of course, Dirty Dre slapped him back. That must have been his response. But it worked. And Johnny Rocco and Dirty Dre made the comeback, picked up the win when Dirty Dre pinned Donnie Boy, who was celebrating at the moment, thinking he was about to pick up the victory. Nevertheless, Red Death was not too happy by his partner's performance. No, they were poised. I saw a win happening. But you got Johnny Rocco on the tag team specialist there. Now, in our last tag team turbo match, it was Luscious Lucius and Nergahante taking on Jermaine Walker and James Altraz. And those two kept trying to one-up each other to the point where they almost lost the match. Luckily, James Altraz was able to pick up the win by pinning Nergahante again. Pinned him in the game changer match. Yeah, but he pinned him again. And then they started arguing. Jermaine and James Altraz, I swear, those two need to get together before the next round because it's not going to get any easier. Yeah. The worst thing that can happen to them? The worst thing that can happen to them is to lose to Martel the Carpenter and the Darkstalker. That would be the worst. Yes, it would. You know it. I know it too. Now, in our main event, it was the sponsored athlete Jayla Masters taking on Hakeo Jason Shepard. And I could almost say, I don't know, would that be a shock of the night? Well, if you recall a while back, he left his partners high and dry. He was tired of being a triple threat champion. He wanted to go on his own. He got tired of being bullet. He wanted to go on his own. And folks, now he is the U.S. champion as he defeated the sponsored athlete Jalen Masters. Who his first opponent will be, I don't know. But we do know James Altraz is coming for that ass. For the game changer. I'm telling you, if you got a title, you might want to watch out. James Altraz is belt hunting. I mean, he's not going to get your belt, but got that bragging right over you. He beat you. Retained his title. You see how many times? You see how long he can go. I bet he won't call Johnny Rocco out again. I know he beat Johnny Rocco, but I bet he won't call him out outside of tag team turmoil. Nah, he won't do that. And folks, that's all we got. We celebrated a lot this past week. We celebrated a couple of birthdays. We celebrated Father's Day. And today is Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth, folks. What? No, Flabby? No, I knew Flabby wasn't going to win. First off, Maine Walker was there, and James Altraz was there. That was already a losing situation. Often a situation. Okay, yeah, he lost that one time. Yeah, we know who he lost. But I heard some juicy stuff. No. Seriously. Guess hello, WPA, and to all who celebrate Happy Juneteenth to you. Once again, it is me, Philip Alexander Carrington IV, and I am here to honor someone with being my pick. Now, as like I did last week, I will be selecting two names from one of the tag team turmoil participants. This week, the unlikely duo Martel the Carpenter and that scallywag, the Dog Stalker. If you want to talk about putting aside differences to achieve a common goal, I could have picked a couple of people. I could have picked Jermaine Walker and James Altraz, but we expect them to win. There was no doubt. There was nothing impressive about it. But Martel the Carpenter and Dogstalker, who individually are up and down in their matches. They win, they lose. They win, they lose. Occasionally one doesn't show up. They're putting on a show, folks. I'd almost say they might stand a chance. But that remains to be seen.
I mean, after all, that scallywag can make a lot of mistakes in matches. But we shall see what shall happen as we continue on with Tag Team Turmoil. Although this week there is a break and there will be title matches. And who should come out on top? I guess we'll find out. But yes, there was nothing more impressive than two losers teaming together and winning. Amazing. I guess the powers that be had mercy on them. We'll see if their luck continues. Until the next time, keep in mind, I am watching you. And that is all I have. Good day. I said, good day.